Sorry. What you get for being too close to this guy.
Are you doing the exact thing that we...
Yeah. I want this on. Because I want to start like it was in service.
Okay.
Make sense?
Yeah. Yeah.
Right, that's
Wait, that one...
all right. So, I'm going to hold this up here. Push this one back in a little bit so it's not leaking. I'm going to, but you guys have a problem doing that. You know that.
Yep.
Now that you have that down there, you know why, right?
Yeah, because you got to fill the...
Uh-huh. Got to fill it up and get a manette cap. Okay, wait a minute. Turn me on.
You're on, man.
Pressure here?
Yeah, but... Oh, I haven't got that on. God almighty. Let's turn this on. What do you think? Now I got wire, by golly. Put me in there. Fill me up.
All the way, right?
Yeah, it's close enough. I'm good with that. You ready?
Yeah.
Close number 2. Close number 1. Grab the screwdriver. It's over here.
Come on, guys.
Just slowly remove that puppy. Wait for the gauge to get about in the middle somewhere. And hope it holds pressure. Here. 3.
No, it's below 1.
Yeah, but it was at 3 when I heard it pop.
Oh, when it jumped?
Yeah, it popped at 3. Let's try this one more time. Yeah, we're going to repressurize.
Yes, please.
We can repressurize. Hold this for a second.
So you hear that pop, right?
Yeah.
You gotta coordinate the sound. It opens.
You got to be looking at 2 things, listening, and...
Yeah, it's a multitasking thing. Oh, I got it, baby. Trust me. I'm good at this. 4.25. Let me try this again. God, my feet are soaked already. This ain't fair. Get over here. Let me share. Let me share with you. I'm going to go a little bit slower this time.
Yeah, you don't have to.
3.0.
3.0.
Yep.
You didn't hear because you were going slower, right?
Yeah.
It should hold where?
At least one.
Okay.
And it's holding. It's boiling out of there. This is fully open. So it's a 3.0 on its own. Remember I mentioned it could do that on its own. Okay? So now let's do this again, only this time we'll do a check test, which is where we repressurize it again. You guys get exercising enough, it may start to work better and better and better. I don't want to take it apart right now because it's not leaking between this here and the body, so I don't want to really do that. So let's see what we get for a check reading. It'll go really slow this time. Don't need it. When you're doing the check valve, you only need it for the air inlet, not the check.
But if you do it twice, it
doesn't hurt anything, but it's a waste of time. You really don't need it here. I've already got the air inlet opening point, which is at 3, because it opened on its own.
No.
Did I turn it off? Turn that valve off for me. Thank you. I was wondering why it wasn't going anywhere, and I could feel water. Oh, yeah. All right, let's see if we can do this slower.
This time you don't have to play the high pressure.
Already did. No, I did it again when I repressurized.
Yeah. Remember it went on?
Yeah.
Then he wanted to put some water in the top, and I said we don't need it.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yep.
Should it go in? Should it be around the same time it pops? The air inlet pops?
No. Actually, what's going to happen is the air inlet is going to pop, and then when the gauge stops dropping, that's the reading for the check. After I got water stop running out here or a slight drip. That's what we record. So
It's pretty much the same
3.0, exact same procedure. All right, so we take this out. We're going to set it right there for now.
What's the difference of the procedure?
Well, you see, you're actually doing the check valve test twice, and that's where the instructions are going to be changed. But you do the air limit first, get a reading, repressurize, take the screw out, and then you record the reading at this point, which is what?
Like,
2 for about 0.7.
yeah, fail.
It held tight at 0.7, but the assembly fails because it's got to be 1.0 better.
Correct.
And you can record it as such.
So the valve has to stay, right? It doesn't go all the way down.
Huh?
Like the
The gauge. Yeah, the gauge has to hold something, which is a value for the check. Yeah,
Okay.
absolutely right. Got to hold something.
So this assembly, in essence, it failed.
Yeah, you have an air limit open at 3 on its own. You didn't have to make it open using the high bleed. It did it on its own, which is okay. They will do that once in a while. But the check valve must hold a reading tight of some sort with a steady reading on the gauge. Anything below 1 is a fail, but it is still holding tight.
Okay.
What if it doesn't hold the reading?
We're still not done though, right? We're still not done.
Then you have to repair the check valve.
Okay, we're still not done though. We have to close the bleed valve.
Number 1. You can't do the switch.
And close the screw.
You know, move the.
You could do that, but it doesn't do any good. I'm holding a reading though.
Yeah, but if it doesn't hold the reading, can you repressurize and try to do it again?
You can try it again.
So
But see, what's going on though is that when I've taken that screw out of there, that water's running out past the check to atmosphere.
Right.
So exercising the valve doesn't do you any good as far as that goes.
Yeah.
Repressurizing to try again is okay. So here I'm holding at 0.7 roughly.
Yeah. So it failed.
Yeah, it's just a little bit too low. Yeah.
okay.
So we turn the test cock off, put the bleed screw back in, put a canopy back on if it actually had one. Take the equipment off. Put your hand over the top. Even though there's still resist Turn that one on. Turn that one on. Record your information. That's it.
Thank you.
Now, normally, once you pull the screw out, you should have a reading somewhere up in the middle of the gauge. Then you got to make the area open by opening up the red knob, just like you do on the PVB. So you go, okay, well, it's been open. Let's get it. There we go. Then you do it. But this one opened, like I mentioned before, when this got removed, it did it on its own. And they will periodically do that. All right? Who's that?